Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is my Forbes colleague, staff writer Zach Everson. Zach, thanks for joining me once again.
Thanks for having me, Brittany.
Another book conversation we have in the books today. Former President Donald Trump received 7 figures in royalties over a book that contained a lot of letters written by other people. So what can you tell us?
I can tell you it's a good gig. It's a good gig, and I'm kind of want to go through my correspondence and see if I can get some money for it. Sadly, I haven't received letters from Oprah or Princess Diana or Alec Baldwin, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna be an option for me. But yeah, he published his second book through Winning Team Publishing, which is a publishing company that his son and a former Trump campaign aide named Sergio Gore co-founded. And in his latest financial disclosure, he reported getting $1 million for this second book. And it is a compilation of letters that other people sent him, along with some of his commentary and some letters that he wrote them as well.
This is not his first book where he was largely using other people's work. Talk to us a little bit about our journey together, because you and I talked about it before, but refresh our memories.
I feel like this is our journey together, is sitting here and talking about how a politician has released a book and is profiting on it and making a ridiculous amount of money. So Donald Trump's journey together was a compilation of photographs that a White House photographer took during his administration. And he contributed some captions to this as well. But those photos are all in the public domain. Anybody could have made that book. He made that book, and the New York Times reported that he actually convinced the photographer not to put her own book out, which is often what the White House photographer will do after they're no longer in the position. They'll put out a coffee table book of their best work. So Trump put one out, and he reported making $5.75 million from that book. So we've got 5.75 from that book, and then another one from his letters. So you're looking at a nice $6.75 million from books that were largely, the content was largely created by other people. As somebody commented, it almost sounds like it's artificial intelligence.
I do now want to just go over this loop here for our journey together. You reported Trump used a private family company to publish work of a mostly taxpayer-subsidized material, then boosted the sales with donor funds. Is this illegal?
Nope, not at all. Totally fine, as long as it's done in a way that the candidate doesn't personally profit from that deal. And a spokesperson for Trump told me at the time that, and this is just regarding the first book, but told me that it was done, the deal was on the up and up. We just have to take them at their word for it. There's no audit or anything like that. They don't have to submit receipts, to the best of my knowledge, or reporting. And so it's absolutely fine, and they're able to bump up sales that way. In which case, it is a publishing company that's owned by his son, so ostensibly, the publisher would have made money from those purchases, so it would have helped Don Jr.
So now let's talk about letters to Trump. Who are some of the letters by?
We've got Ronald Reagan, we have Princess Diana, we have Oprah, Hillary Clinton, Alec Baldwin. One of my favorites was he has some correspondence with him and James Comey, and in the picture, Trump's caption notes that Comey was an Obama appointee. Also, he points out that Hillary is, let me read it here. Hillary is very smart and very tough, and she's been through a lot in so many ways. After the election, she was the angriest woman anywhere in the world. So, it's insight like that is what Trump has contributed to this book.
And how exactly did this book sell? Is it successful?
They wouldn't provide a number, they being the publisher. We can't really tell. A lot of the sales appear to be direct from the website. And Circana Bookscan, which is an industry data provider, doesn't track those sales. So it did well at retailers. It sold 45,000 copies. So that's a pretty solid figure. But we don't know exactly how many it sold.
And what is a copy of Letters to Trump going to cost you?
Well, it depends on what you want. If you buy directly from the publisher right now, it's $99. If you were to get an autographed copy, it bumps it up to $3.99. But right now, the regular version is also, last I checked, was on sale at Amazon for about 40% off. So you could get it for about $60.
So, per usual, let's talk about the legality and perhaps the ethics of this. Can you string together words largely from other people, put your own commentary in there, put them in a book, and then sell it and make yourself a profit?
He hasn't been sued. He's done it. if he's been sued, we haven't seen it. As was pointed out, the business model is very similar to what ChatGPT is doing. I would imagine they'd have to get clearances from these people, but I also can't imagine that was the case, because I don't see Oprah or Hillary or the estate of Princess Diana giving Trump the go ahead to do this sort of stuff. So it's possible they're in fair use. It's possible that the copyright law might be, hey, once the letter's written, it's out of your hands. But I did not reach out to a copyright attorney for that, and only somebody with that sort of background would have a definitive answer there.
And is another Trump book in the works?
They wouldn't answer that question. I specifically asked if a third one's in the works. The company has gone on to publish several other books. They do say they have more coming from other authors, but they would not tell me if one from Trump is coming.
Zach Everson, thank you so much for your reporting.
My pleasure, Brittany.